takes. I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't follow these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
It's Friday night. You know what time it is. We're bringing you more Why We Love Horror Trivia. We have started the singles tournament. You saw your first match last week, and action is continuing this week. We're going to start, I'm just going to jump right into it because this dude, the first dude I'm introducing, he is wearing a shirt that I've worn hosting this channel before, but he has some spiffy accessories as well. Rookie sensation Jake Collins is here.
What a wonderful day! Woo! I'm so ready.
He's got the 3D glasses under the mask. How are you feeling going up against Luis today, Jake?
You know what? I'm confident, okay? You know what? Last time we played this, I really just did not study, and I just came out with a W. I'm hoping 2 times the charm. Didn't study and hoping to go out on top again.
All right, bold strategy, Kyle. We'll see if it pays off for him. So Jake's our number 13 seed. I'm bringing in the number 4 seed, the most recent former champion. Luis Boost live from across the pond and then some. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. You know, after my last match, I'm not as confident as Jake is apparently, but you know, we both apparently have the same strategy going into his match, so I guess I will see.
Yeah.
So when you didn't watch it either, you're just like, I got this.
Some people study, some people don't, but some people have good amounts of base knowledge. I believe both you guys do. But today, the first order of business is we have 3 rounds of horror trivia in this first match of the evening. And round 1 is, as always, the speed round. Luis gave me 4 categories and Jake gave me 4 categories, so I wrote 8 questions. I'm going to ask those questions. They'll appear on the screen. 10 seconds will pass. I'll ask another question and so on and so forth. They'll number their boards 1 through 8. I would ask all 8 questions in succession. At the end of time, they'll turn their boards around. They'll show me their answers. They'll read off their answers, and I'll give them 1 point for each correct answer. If they get all 8 questions right, there's a 9th bonus question. And for the duration of the match, both players get 3 repeats in 1 challenge. In round 1, as time is running out, you could use one of those repeats to get as many questions as you want repeated, and then I'll give you 20 seconds to clean up your board. Any questions before we get started?
No, sir.
Yeah, I have a question. One question about so since he's from Germany, does that mean when he says he chooses foreign films, does that mean American films? That's what I was just kind of curious.
It's foreign to us. I'm going to write it as foreign language, but in the chat, just so you know, Luis did specify non-English language films.
Yeah.
So he knew he was ahead of that the whole time. But with that being said, your first question is going to come in the category of directors. Who directed Dagon, 1987's Doll, and Castle Freak? Your second question comes in the realm of found footage. All of the hacker accounts we see in unfriended dark web have what name with a number after? Your third question is in the category of foreign language horror, foreign to English people. At what type of location do Kat and Jim finally reunite near the end of The Sadness? Where are they at? Now we're talking about remakes. Who plays pornographer Derek Jones in Piranha 3D?
I've seen that movie way too many times.
Wait, your contest.
We're going into the 2010s. In the movie Possum, what is Possum? Going to horror comedies. In 1985's House, what member of Roger's family leaves the house to him?
It's been forever since I saw that movie.
Going on to movie release dates. What year saw the release of the original versions of The Crazies and The Wicker Man? And your final question, in the 1990s, what 1993 sequel sees Julian Sands reprise his titular role? Your chance to use a repeat will expire in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Luis first. What are your answers, Luis?
All right. So I believe the first one was Stuart Gordon. Second one, I said Steve. Third one, Hospital. Fourth, don't know. 5, I believe Hospital is a doll. 6, I said his uncle. 7, 1973. And 8, I don't know.
And Jake.
Well, I'm sure he won this round, but like I put Roger Corbin, Tom Six, Starbucks, Jerry O'Connell, Opossum, Father, and 1978 and Warlock.
At the end of round 1, I have Luis in the lead, 4-1. The answers: Stuart Gordon did direct all those films. All of the hackers are Karen, like the person who goes over the river Styx. Karen 1, Karen 2, Karen 3. They do meet in a hospital at the end of The Sadness. Jerry O'Connell plays Derek Jones. That's correct. Possum is a marionette, so I will accept a doll, so that's fine. His aunt leaves him the house in House. 1973 is the year of The Crazies and The Wicker Man.
I thought it was 78. I always thought it was 78. I don't know why. I thought it was 78.
The sequel to Warlock is Warlock the Armageddon. Warlock the Armageddon is Warlock 2.
Oh, I thought you said what movies did he play in? That's
it's what 1993 sequel did he reprise the?
I just put Warlock, because I thought that was like the answer. I was like, it's Warlock, but I didn't know we had to be specific with the answer. I'm sorry.
Well, Warlock came out in 1989, so it doesn't count in the category of 90s.
Yeah.
So, with that being
I
said,
misunderstood. My bad. I misunderstood.
On to round number 2, which is the wheel round. All 8 of those categories we just talked about, they're on a wheel now. And there's also an opponent's choice wedge, spinner's choice wedge. And what's going to happen is Luis has the opportunity when he has to spin first or defer. So if he spins or Jake spins, they'll spin. They can get that category, or they get 1 respin. Whatever they wind up with, so they get 5 questions in that category worth 2 points apiece. They can check down the multiple choice for 1 point, but be careful. If you get the question wrong, your opponent can steal for that point value of that question. So, Luis, your choice. You want to spin first or defer? What do you want to do?
I'll let Jake go first.
All right, category stay before Jake spins. Directors, found footage, foreign language horror, remakes, 2010s, horror comedies, movie release dates in the 1990s. Jake, here's your first spin. You get spinner's choice by just a hair. So which one of those 8 categories do you want?
I would like remakes.
Remakes.
That's on the right.
Not a problem. Let's bring up those remakes questions. You ready for your questions in this category?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question. What horror remake was released by Blumhouse in 2014?
House.
5, 4, 3. You do have multiple choice too. 1.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice answers are A, Stage Fright, B, The Town That Dreaded Sundown, C, Carrie, or D, Poltergeist.
I'm gonna go A, Stage Fright, because I know Ryan Murphy did Town at Sundown, and I know Carrie was MGM and Poltergeist was Sam Raimi, so I think it's A, Stage Fright.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Luis. A, Stage Fright, B, Town That Dreaded Sundown, C, Carrie, or D, Poltergeist.
I do believe that would be The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
It is The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That came out that year by Blumhouse. That is correct.
I was thinking Ryan Murphy's name's all over that though, and I don't think that they did that, because you would see Blumhouse on it, because they were big at the time. I was like, I didn't know that. I really didn't. I was like, because I swear Ryan Murphy's name was all over that movie. I was like,
Your second question in remakes. What kitchen appliance is used to kill Krug in the remake of Last House on the Left? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Luis for 2 points. What kitchen appliance is used to kill Krug in the remake of Last House on the Left?
A butcher knife.
That is incorrect. They stick his head in a microwave and blow it up.
Man, I had that too. I was like, microwave. I was thinking it was like microwave.
Wait.
You could have said that.
Yeah, it was your question.
It was my question?
Yeah, these are all your questions.
These are all my questions? Oh, shit.
These are all your questions.
Damn it. I thought it was literally his turn. I was like, shit.
No, these are all yours. Okay, so your third question. Who directed 1986's Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, okay. Oh, so I can say it?
Yeah.
Roger Corman.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal.
Frank Oz.
Frank Oz directed the remake.
What was he directing? I could have swore he said that was in his memorial, Little Shops of Horrors.
Corman directed the original. Definitely.
That's what. Yeah, that's
not the remake.
Yeah.
Your
doing
fourth
terrible
question.
tonight.
Who plays the gym teacher, Miss Desjardins, in 2013?
Judy Greer.
That is correct for 2 points. And I'm going to put your other 2 points on the side here in the event that actually comes with the point. So you have 3 right now, but I'm going to give you a ghost.
He won.
Your final question in horror remakes. In the final scene of 1987's The Blob, what is the profession of the person who is seen to have saved a sample of the creature?
Should have watched The Blob. I was on the other day. I want to say the person is a sample. He works for the CDC. I want to say.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal, Luis. What's the profession of the guy that steals a piece of the blood?
He doesn't know either. He's like, shit.
A doctor.
It's also incorrect. He is a priest. A priest steals a piece.
Sure. Yeah,
that makes sense. A priest would be like, you know what? I have to steal the sample. Jesus wants me to steal the sample.
All right, we're going to bring that wheel back for Luis's spin of the wheel. Your first spin. And you also get spinner's choice. What would you like?
Well, then give me directors, right?
You want directors, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about directors.
Hopefully I don't shit the bed with this one.
First question in directors. Who directed Final Cut, the French language remake of One Cut of the Dead?
This was that was the artist guy, Michel Hazanavicius, whatever how you pronounce it.
Michel Hazanavicius is correct. Your second question. Besides Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Ted Raimi does not appear in what other horror film directed by his brother?
Shit. All right. I have a. Give me multiple for this one.
All right. Is it A, Crime Wave, B, Drag Me to Hell, C, Army of Darkness, or D, The Gift?
Drag Me to Hell.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. He is one of the insurance agents in Drag Me to Hell. So, chance for a 1-point steal, Jake. Is it A, Crime Wave, B, Drag Me to Hell, C, Army of Darkness?
Crime Wave.
He is also in Crime Wave. He does not appear in The Gift. He does not have a role in The Gift.
Oh, okay.
I thought was that the one with the little girl with the box?
That's the other movie called The Gift.
Yeah.
There's 2 movies called The Gift.
It's called The Apparition. I thought it was called or The Possession or whatever. The one with the little girl with the box.
There's also a movie with a girl in the box called that as well. And there's also another movie with a girl in the box called The Wish Upon. There's a ton of movies with girls.
A lot of movies with little girls with boxes. Huh?
Wait, Sam Raimi directed a movie called The Gift?
Yeah.
He definitely did.
With Kate Blanchett.
What 1968 thriller marked the directorial debut of Peter Bogdanovich?
Is this Targets?
It is Targets. That is correct. Your fourth question. Which giallo director's final film to be released during their lifetime was 1977's Shock?
Mario Bava?
Mario Bava is correct. And here's where we stand. If you hit this one for 2, or pretty much for any point value, the match will be over. Your final question. Who directed Lake Placid?
Oh, this one I do not know, so I will go for multiple.
All right. Is it A, Rennie Harlan, B, Steve Miner, C, Rodman Flender, or D, Jan de Bont?
Is it Rennie Harlan?
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Jake.
Steve Miner.
Steve Miner.
Steve Miner.
Oh, it's Miner. Shit. Good steal.
We are going to have a round number 3. Round number 3 works like this. We got another wheel. It's the wheel of synopses. Jake gave me 2 general categories, and Luis gave me 2 general categories, and then I put them on a wheel with a 5th category that I spun at random. And as a new development in these new matches, I added a spinner's choice wedge. There's no opponent's choice in this round, but there's any of those 5 choices or a spinner's choice wedge. Contestants will spin the wheel 3 times to get a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. We'll go back and forth asking questions until either one person's mathematically eliminated or I ask all the questions. So, Luis, you have the option if you want to spin your categories first or second. Categories in the wheel today: 2010s, 2020s, foreign language horror, horror comedies, and slashers. You want to get your categories first or second?
Yes, please. I would like to go first.
Your 2-pointer is whatever you want.
Then give me foreign language horror.
Foreign language for 2. Your 3-pointer is the 2020s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Yes, I would like to keep that.
And your 5-pointer, once again, whatever you want. What do you want for your 5-pointer?
2010, please.
2010s. Jake, your 2-pointer is slashers. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Yes, I want to keep that.
Keeping that. Your 3-pointer is whatever you want. So you can do anything but 2020s.
I would like to do horror comedy.
Horror comedies for 3. And your 5-pointer, and you do have a respin if you want to use it. Your 5-pointer is the 2020s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Spin again.
Spinning again. And you're getting horror comedies.
That's fine.
Okay. So we can put that wheel away then. And we'll go over to those lovely synopses, starting with Jake, your 2-pointer in slashers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
2 young couples traveling across the backwoods of Texas, searching for urban legends of murder, end up as prisoners of a bizarre and sadistic backwater family of serial killers. Name that movie.
2 young couples traveling the backwoods of Texas, searching for the legend of a murderer. Oh, is that House of 1,000 Corpses?
That is House of 1,000 Corpses, and they turn Rainn Wilson into a fish, and everything happens in that movie.
Fish boy!
We're moving on to your 3-pointer in horror comedies. A graveyard caretaker in a small Italian village must kill the dead a second time when they become zombies. Name that movie.
I think now I'm gonna say it, okay, but is it I know I'm gonna get it wrong. In an Italian village must there's no multiple choice, is there?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna guess Brain Dead.
That is incorrect. And your winner, Luis Boost. That is either Cemetery Man or Delamore. Same movie. Cemetery Man, Rupert Everett is correct. That being said,
I was thinking, I was like, it wasn't in Italy, so that's why I was like.
Very quickly, post-match interviews. We'll start with Jake. Hey, like you said, you're going in blind. You're not studying. This is as far as it carries you. How are you feeling?
And to be fair, I didn't understand two of the questions, which I probably would have got points for, but I didn't understand the question. One, like the microwave scene from a house. I'm like, because I thought like you were gonna say, oh, answer, and so that's when I wrote it down. I had the answer right, but I was just like, and then when you said to him, and I'm like, mind you, I was like, oh, it was not his. I thought it was his turn, not my turn. So that messed me up right there.
They call them rookie mistakes for a reason. We know it'll never happen again. When you come back, you will be prepared to play again. So. And we will, as soon as the tournament's over, we will have you back. Aside from, I know you're going to say Jacob Cameron. Is there anybody besides Jacob Cameron you want to play, or should I just serve you up Jacob Cameron when you come back?
I mean, you know what? I would like to play Luis again and try to reclaim my dignity.
We can maybe make that happen once we come back. But until then, we will be in touch. We'll see you within a few weeks, Jake. Thank you for playing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bringing today's champion, the number 4 seed. Moving on, Luis Booth. Luis, how you feel?
I'm feeling good. You know, this is kind of what I needed. I shit the bed in the still match so bad. And, you know, to kind of see, I'm really not that bad at this. If the cards fall, the die fall my way, whatever the fuck, however the saying goes.
You hit those directors' questions. Other people have told me that, like, you know, it's not like playing in a general movie trivia league where it's just like, we're going to ask you about directors. Like, horror directors are like a special element, and you are very good at it.
Yeah, that's right. So I got lucky. I mean, no mistake about that, but also I'm maybe not as bad as I thought after the last match. So I'm feeling great. I can go to bed.
In your defense, there was a party going on downstairs. You were drinking. You wanted to get back to the party. We understand. Some things are more important than why we love horror trivia, and we're not going to hold it against you. But we would like to see you make it all the way back to that title match again.
I would love that as well.
You'll be playing the winner of Abby Brooks and Kaya Rogers. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think I saw Kaya play maybe once, so I think she's like Jake in the sense that she's not from around like the other leagues. You know, like Abby is also not from the other leagues, but she's also been tearing this place up. So, I think the next one will be another tough one. I don't take any of these easy or lightly. So, the next one will be tough as well. But
we will be setting up those rooms before you know it. We'll see you then, Luis. It's always a pleasure talking to you. We'll drop the bat for a second. Hey, stick around. There's an intermission coming up. And we'll see you right back after that break with another match.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a time. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
Welcome back from break. We are here for tonight's main event. It's a match. One person very vocal about their luck in tournaments. The other one, cool as a cucumber. Let's bring in our, and it's not a knock on the guy. So many people didn't even make it in the tournament, but the cutoff man, the 16th seed, Brannon Dunlap, he's here today. So I know you've lamented, you always go into tournaments, you're always playing the number one seed, but let's have a moment of silence for like the 20 people that didn't even make the tournament, Brannon.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
How you
much.
feeling today?
I'm feeling good, John. I honestly didn't think I'd even make it in the tournament. So, yeah, you're right. There's so many people that didn't make it. So, I'm super honored to be here. First seed, second seed, third seed, doesn't matter. I like playing. I know I complain a lot, but you know what? I just like to play.
Good enough. That's the kind of attitude we like to have around here. And your opponent this evening, the number one seed, falling just short of the title, just short of the title match, just short of the number one contendership, but winning everything else he's been in, not to fight his opponent. The cemetery man, Shannon Briggs. How you doing tonight, Shannon?
Oh, I'm doing good, John.
Do you have any words before we get this tournament started? Obviously, I mean, you're the number one seed. I guess it comes with some pressure. People are expecting you to perform. How do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, it's that kind of extra pressure. Yeah, being the number one seed, not to like completely crap the bed or whatever. but I mean, I've seen Brannon perform like on the teams and on other like on trees, and I mean, he's very knowledgeable. So I expect nothing but a very great match tonight.
Oh, you guys have both been here before. Nothing much has changed, and I've already briefed you on the small things that have changed. Round one is still round one of 3. It is the speed round. You'll number your boards or whatever you're writing on 1 through 8. Shannon gave me 4 categories. Brannon gave me 4 categories. I wrote 8 questions. I'll ask a question, 10 seconds will pass. I'll ask another question, and I'll continue in that format till I've asked 8 questions. Each question is worth 1 point. When time expires, we'll go player by player. They'll each turn their boards around. They'll show me their answers. They'll read off their answers, and we'll see what they're doing. If they get them all correct, all 8, there's a 9th bonus question. For the duration of the match, both players get 3 repeats and a challenge to use however they want. In round 1, repeats work that as time is running out and only when time is running out. You can ask to use a repeat. I'll repeat as many questions as you want, and then once we're done talking, you have 20 seconds to finish up your board, and then the round is over. Any questions?
No.
All right, let's get into round number 1. The first question, very simply, in directors, who directed the remake of Psycho? I'd like to forget it. Some people say he did it on purpose. Your second question, in the movies of Neve Campbell, where is Jennifer specifically when she is killed in Scream 3? Your third question, the country of Italy and all of its horror and Italian horror, the woman killed at the beginning of the movie Trauma has what profession? Your fourth question, in family horror, who voices the brain gremlin in Gremlins 2, The New Batch? In a category we hadn't seen before, but it was only a matter of time before Shannon picked it. Edgar Allan Poe adaptations. What Poe adaptation was the first Universal Monsters movie to feature both Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff? Edgar Allan Poe brought these men together to make it. Moving on to movie release dates. What year saw the release of Cat's Eye, The Stuff, and The Mutilator? The decade of the 1970s. The first story in 1972's Tales from the Crypt takes place on what holiday? And finally, in the Paranormal Activity franchise, how is Alex's friend Ben killed in Paranormal Activity 4? And your chance to use a repeat is going to expire in 5, 4.
Repeat 2, please.
Repeating question number 2 in Nev Campbell. Where is Jennifer specifically when she is killed in Scream 3? 20 seconds from right here. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Shannon first. Shannon, your answers.
Yeah, for the number 1, I said Gus Van Sant. Number 2, I said Office. Number 3, I said Nurse. Number 4, I said Tony Randall. Number 5, The Black Cat. Number 6 is I went with 1982. Number 7, Christmas. And for number 8, I went Snapped Neck.
All right, and Brandon.
All right, number 1, I put Gus Van Sant. Number 2, I put Tunnel/Closet. It was like tunnel behind closet. 3, I put a teacher. 4, I didn't have anything. 5, I just put Dracula Meets Frankenstein, just because. 6, I put 1981. 7, I put Halloween. And then number 8, I put Next Snap/Head Spun. However you want to put that.
That's fine. You gave me all the information I needed on all the answers that had a lot of information. So let's cover those answers. Gus Van Sant did direct the Psycho remake. Jennifer is killed in a secret passageway in a closet behind a mirror, the whole thing. Yeah. So if you'd put secret passageway or closet, I would have accepted it. The woman killed with beginning of trauma is a nurse. Tony Randall voices the brain gremlin. The movie that has Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff is The Black Cat. Mutilator Stuff Cat's Eye came out in 1985. The first story in Tales from the Crypt is End All Through the House, which takes place on Christmas. And Ben does have his neck broken, so I'll accept all the answers for that. At the end of round 1, Shannon has the lead 6-3. So we're going to move on to round number 2. All those categories we just talked about, they're on a wheel now. So all 8 of those categories, plus an opponent's choice wedge and a spinner's choice wedge, all on a wheel. Shannon's going to have the ability to determine whether he wants to go first or let Brandon go first. Whoever goes, they spin the wheel. Whatever category it lands on, they can either keep that category or they get 1 respin. Eventually, they'll land on a category. That category will have 5 2-point questions in there. If you don't know the answer right away, you can ask for multiple choice. That makes the question worth 1 point. But be careful, because if you get the question wrong at any point, your opponent could steal for the current point value of the question. We'll bring that wheel in. We'll go over the categories one more time. We got directors, Nev Campbell movies, Italian horror, family horror, Edgar Allan Poe adaptations, movie release dates, the 1970s, and the Paranormal Activity franchise. Shannon, do you want to go first, or do you want Brandon to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Shannon, this is your first pick. And you land on directors. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep that.
Okay. And put the wheels back. Bring up these directors questions. Your first question in directors. Very simply, who directed The Hunger?
Tony Scott.
For 2 points, that is correct. Your second question. What was the first horror movie directed by Steve Miner that wasn't a sequel?
I got an idea, but I'll go with multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, House, B, Warlock, C, Firestarter, or D, The Toxic Avenger?
A, House.
House is the first movie. My original wording for the question was, what's a movie he directed that wasn't a sequel and never had a sequel? And Spoiler alert for a future question. There's a movie that Steve Miner has directed that is not either a sequel or spawned a sequel. So you can't ask that question.
You got to be known for something.
Yeah. I think his non-horror movies don't have sequels, but I'm not going to hold myself to that. What was the final horror film directed by James Whale?
I will go with Bride of Frankenstein.
He ended on a high note. His last horror movie was Bride of Frankenstein.
Yep.
Your fourth question. What famous director's only film with a horror genre tag is 1972's Images?
Multiple choice, please.
A. Robert Altman. B. Richard Attenborough. C. George Roy Hill. Or D. Carol Reed.
I will go with A. Robert Altman.
That is Robert Altman. He did direct that. That's correct. And your final question in directors. How many different directors have directed a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie?
Multiple choice, please.
A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 9. Five, 4.
9.
9 is correct. Thought I would trick you, but
I was like thinking, my goodness, like how I was like trying to count like all them down, including like
I was too.
prequels and
for those playing along at home, there are 9 movies. Toby Hooper did direct the first 2, which makes you think it's 8. But then Leatherface had 2 directors, so it brings you back up to 9.
yeah.
I didn't even know that one. I didn't know Leatherface had 2 directors.
Okay. All right. Well, that being said, Shannon gets his score up to 13, and we're going to bring the wheel back for Brandon.
Oh boy! All right, let's go.
And you're going to get a free respin.
Okay.
Movie release date. Do you want that, or do you want to spin again?
God, I'm probably going to regret this, but let's spin again.
All right. And you're going to get Edgar Allan Poe adaptation.
I knew I'd regret that. Okay, let's go.
These questions were fun to write.
Certainly were.
And if you've read Edgar Allan Poe, maybe you're going to know some of these answers. I don't know, because they don't really delve too much away in the movies. But here we go. How does Madeline kill Roderick in 1960's House of Usher?
Multiple choice.
A, stabs him. B, poisons him. C, pushes him down the flight of stairs. Or D, strangles him.
I'm going to say poisons him.
That's incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal, Shannon. A, stabs him. B, poisons him. C, pushes him downstairs. Or D, strangles him.
I think she strangles him.
She does strangle him. Your second question. In Poe adaptations, what Giallo director gave us the most recent film adaptation of The Black Cat?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Dario Argento, B, Ruggero Deodato, C, Lucio Fulci, or D, Mario Bava?
D, Dario Argento. Or A, Dario Argento.
A, Dario Argento? That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Shannon. A, Dario Argento, Ruggero Deodato, C, Lucio Fulci, or D, Mario Bava?
Lucio Fulci.
1981's The Black Cat was directed by Lucio Fulci. Your third question. Where is Camille's mother's body discovered in 1932's Murders in the Rue Morgue?
Multiple choice, please.
A, in a furnace. B, in the chimney. C, in an icebox. Or D, in a barrel?
In a barrel.
incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal. Is it A, in a furnace, B, in the chimney, C, in an icebox, or D, in a barrel?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say in an icebox.
That is also incorrect. Her body is stuffed up the chimney. Up the chimney.
All right. Damn.
Going for a more modern twist. I guess this is modern. I don't know. It's more modern than the rest of these questions. Who plays Torquemada in the 1991 version of The Pit and the Pendulum?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Lance Henriksen, B, James Woods, C, Jeffrey Combs, or D, Mark Margolis?
Lance Henriksen.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, cool. I got one. I just know he's been in a lot of words. So.
All right. Here's where we stand. This is the final question. The score is currently 15-4. You have to hit this question for any point value, or else it is a knockout.
Okay.
Your final question. D.W. Griffith's The Avenging Conscience is an adaptation of which Poe work?
Telltale Heart?
For 2 points.
Yes.
Correct.
Thank God.
We are going to round number 3.
Oh, that's a victory for me right there. I don't care if I lose or I know it. I probably will.
All right. Round number 3 is the synopses round. Shannon gave me 2 general categories. Brandon gave me 2 general categories. I picked a 5th category. And, in the spirit of goodwill, I put a spinner's choice wedge on that wheel as well. Everyone's going to spin that wheel 3 times. Shannon can determine the order of who spins when. But they'll get a 2-point question, a 3-point question, a 5-point question. I'll describe a movie. They tell me the movie. If they get that right, they get the points. The round will end when either I've asked all 6 questions or somebody's mathematically eliminated. In the event of a tie, I'll give you those instructions when we get there. I'll bring the wheel in. Categories we got on this wheel today. Classics, 2020s, psychological thrillers, vampires and werewolves, and zombies and other undead. Shannon, do you want to get your categories first, or do you want Brandon to get his first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Your 2-point category. Classic, 60s and earlier. Do you want that?
That works, yeah.
Your 3-pointer. Psychological thrillers. Want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep that.
And your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining. Classics again. Do you want to keep that?
I'll respin.
Respinning away from classics. And you get the 2020s. Brandon, your 2-pointer. You get the 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Your 3-pointer. You get whatever you want. Spinner's choice. Which category would you want for your 3-pointer? The only one you can't take is psychological thrillers.
Gotcha. Let's do vampire and werewolves.
Vampires and werewolves. And your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining is a respin. Oh, it's not. Classics. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Spin again, please.
All right. It's going to be a respin again because Shannon has that. And you're getting classics anyway.
Okay.
All right. So we can put that wheel away. And we'll go over to Brandon's first question, which is in the 2020s.
So real quick, John, I'm so sorry. I have to get all 3, right? To catch up?
You have to get all 3 to take the lead. That's correct.
Okay. Let's go.
This journey starts with a single step. That is your 2-pointer in the 2020s. Here we go.
Okay.
Post-war Japan is at its lowest point when a new crisis emerges in the form of a giant monster baptized in the horrific power of the atomic bomb. Name that movie.
Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1. Moving on over to vampires and werewolves. Set in a medieval village that is haunted by a werewolf, a young girl falls for an orphaned woodcutter, much to her family's displeasure.
I'm going to say the Wolfman.
As incorrect. And your winner, Shannon Briggs. That is Amanda Seyfried's Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I was not even thinking of that.
That being
Wow,
said,
okay.
post-match interviews. I'll drop Shannon back momentarily. Talk to Brandon. Brandon, I don't know if you jinxed yourself or what, but ever since this match dropped, I've been hearing from you that it was a conspiracy and everything you could possibly imagine. Do you think that contributed to this match at all?
No, I don't. I don't think this was a conspiracy because as soon as Shannon picked his categories, I knew that if I got any of those, no matter how much studying I did, it was going to be a rough battle. And he got one of his strengths, and then I spun one of his strengths. I believe it was one of his strengths. And then I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be rough from there. I do consider a victory getting at least a couple of the Edgar Allan Poe questions right. So yay for that. But all
1910s. You pulled a movie from the 1910s for 2 points, so I got to give you credit for that.
Thank you.
I think that's the oldest movie we've ever asked about, and you
Right.
did it for 2 points. So any D.W. Griffith movie being asked about, I'm going to give you credit for that.
Thank you. But all good to Shannon. Congrats to him. I hope he goes far.
Yeah, we're going to run through this tournament. When you come back, is there anybody left on your slate who you want to play who you haven't played?
Not anybody particular. I think I'll probably run into my teammate Rose and my friend Kaya eventually, but I'm not gunning for him.
All right. Well, when that happens, we'll make it happen. But Brandon, thanks for being here today.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Stage, bring in the winner. Well, I guess there was pressure. I got to say, I felt pressure, but you did not feel like you were under pressure at all. All the spins went your way. Very strong in round 1. Really dominating the director's category in round 2. Not have to answer a question in round 3. How you feel?
Oh, I mean, I feel pretty good. Yeah, again, it just first round, like I said, I did a lot of studying. Kind of rewatched the Scream movies and finally had excuse to watch the majority of the Paranormal Activity movies I hadn't watched, for good and bad. but yeah.
Some are bad.
But yeah, and like Brandon said, I kind of just on the same round. I mean, it was the luck of the wheel that I got my strengths, one of my strengths, and then he just ended up getting one that was not one that was my strength, but was not really his, except for that last question. I mean, I kind of picked pull adaptations, kind of like in honor of Roger Corman, because he's, I would say his films with Vincent Price were one of the fundamental movies that kind of was my gateway horror into like older classic films. So, but I can imagine that covers a whole lot, and it'd be, very hard to kind of narrow down exactly what kind of film to study for that. But yeah, I all props to Brandon. That one he got, I would have had to get multiple choice for, because there's several Edgar Allan Poe. You could kind of consider it kind of that revolves around characters with guilty consciences and stuff. It's kind of like a multi.
Definitely, and they were all in the multiple choice. Believe me, I knew it was multiple choice. But since you love classics, some good news for you, I guess, because we already know who you're playing in round 2 of the tournament. It's probably the only other person. Well, there's 2 other people in the league, but probably the most well-known person that would pick classics. Jeremy Adams won his match, and he also loves going classics. How do you feel about playing Jeremy in the second round?
I was going to say I was interested to see what, because I was new between him and I think Jeremy Potter that I had I faced before. But no, it's always interesting whenever I have another person that has similar interests as far as like the horror subgenre as me. So I look forward to seeing how well knowledge he is. And like I said, I imagine if anybody's been able to make it into this tournament, obviously knows their stuff. So I will not take any in my contestants lightly throughout this tournament. Hopefully I continue on it. So we'll see.
Yeah, looking forward to that match. Definitely. I can only imagine there's going to be I'm going to write a ton of classics questions for that match, but I will drop you backstage briefly while we close out of this. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. The TikTok is below me, WWL Horror. We're doing a lot over there. My Letterboxd is down there, JWMaher. Remember, the schedule here is always the same. Monday is versus when they don't try to copyright strike our videos. Monday is that day. Thursday, it's Why We Love Horror and Horror Headlines live at 9 o'clock on every platform. And Friday, when we come back here, it's always Why We Love Horror Trivia. And we always try to give you a nice show with at least 2 matches. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!